Welcome back to another edition of the Critical Thinking Talk Show. I am your host, Khadija Tijan Nabi. I've been put the first one to stop because we're going to get some technical issue with we guests. Obviously, we have some issue with internet connection as it been connect with we from Sierra Leone. I'm really sorry for all the inconvenience. And I want to also tell Mr. Bangura, thank you for in time. We will still make another attempt when it come on live. But for the meantime, I go right ahead for start with Pasheki your interview as time is of the essence. But I want to tell Mr. Bangura plenty thank you as this na situation beyond we on control and in control. And I welcome again and I thank you and I take this opportunity for feel free for share and call other people on board. Pasheki, I will bring you shortly. Make I just also bring notification to others before I bring you on board. Thank you, sir. In the meantime, now go to entertaining her. Miss Salimatu, thank you so much for your support. You're such a wonderful soul. Thank you for your patience, madam. Welcome back.
It's Master on the beat, baby. Fire on the mountain, run. Fire on the mountain, run. Tell your body so hot, call fire first. Number one, baby girl, now you the first. I'm a gentleman for you, are the cuss. Are the cuss problem? You give me feeling that I never feel. I show you love that you never see. You are the pretty girl when me ever know. When me ever know. Master help on the beat is a sanko. Baby come hold me hand, make we can go. Tell your back a boom boom like a tango. You are the pretty girl when me ever know. Baby how you find so. Girl I wanna make you mine up. Give me your love and give you mine up. Every day you love me mine up. Oh. Second, baby, second, baby, second. Every day I go the phone to you. Girl, I just wanna be close to you. For you say, girl, I go die for you, no. Baby, now yoga, give me your number, happy your number, hey. Baby, now yoga, give me your number, happy your number, hey. You give me feeling that I never feel. I show you loving that you never see. You are the pretty girl when me ever know. When me ever know. Girl, your lips so my lips so. I put my hands on your hips so. I make you dance with calypso. Ooh, calypso. Baby, how you find so? Girl, I wanna make you mine up. Give me your love and give you mine up. Every day you love me mine up. Oh. Second, baby, second, baby, second.
And I all welcome once again. I will try to bring the guests very soon. And they just try to share. I mean notify others.
You show me loving that I never see. The pretty girl when me ever, never, no. Baby, how you find so? Girl, I wanna make you mine up. Give me your love and give you mine up. Every day you love me mine up.
Pasheki, when you get time, please send me a request so I will bring you on set. No, sorry. still the wait for the guests. We thank you for your patience. Hi, Madam Kadi Kadi. Welcome, Madam. Mr. Barry, welcome, welcome. So sweet of you. Thank you, Mr. Barry. Welcome, sir.
Hello, Khadija. Hello.
Yes, sir. Welcome, welcome, Pasheki.
Hello, 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 hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. Welcome, welcome.
Hello. Hello there.
Yes, you there? Hear me well, eh?
Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Wonderful,
I see,
wonderful, wonderful.
as he said, today has been network pandemonium, eh?
Yes, the wonderful guest. It tries so much, but the unfortunate part is that the network not allow it. But
Yeah,
it's always a next time. God knows best, you
that's
know.
right. That's right. Yeah.
Yes, welcome again to the second time to the Critical Thinking Talk Show. Um, I want to take this opportunity again for introduce yourself to the audience. For the
Well,
very few who might not know you.
well, I'm very happy to be here. This not a show we I highly respect. Um, as you say, for those who don't know, my name na Siaka Tijan Jalo, but I'm called Prophet Pasheki because in the church, God called me as a prophet. And my name Siaka, na name we versatile. You can turn over Sheka, Sheki, Sheku, Siaga. So now I'm Os, then they call me Sheki. So that's why they call me Pasheki. Other than my affiliation with the church, I'm a broker in several financial insurance companies. Them, I do charity work, and I also the ship wheelchairs them to amputees and a salon. I don't ship to date up to about in the area of 400 or 500, and I do many other things. Them, I'm also an aspiring candidate for the flag bearership for the All People's Congress, and hopefully president of Sierra Leone in 2023. Finally, me as somebody will go down get the mandate for be the president of Sierra Leone, for be a type of Moses for deliver the country from the type of bondage and whatever else they are.
Thank you and welcome, sir.
Thank you.
We get a lot of things that will be discussed the last time when we meet together.
Yeah.
But today, before I go back, before we revisit some of those questions, I want you shed a light on you as a humanitarian.
Well, me as a humanitarian, first of all, it runs in my DNA. I come from a home where me papa of belated, I'm a belated papa. He was somebody studied in Oxford University. He studied in Germany and Russia. He came to Sierra Leone and began for work inside civil service. He go up to the permanent secretary, then they go as diplomats in Egypt, in Saudi Arabia, ambassador, head of chancery, and the sort. He had influence. But he come on a home way, out of all the picking away in parents them born, he was the only one who had the real opportunity for, go overseas and travel, and for come married to a sitting president in Pekin. So he was the breadwinner of their family. So my papa come on a humble beginnings. Nasanda, Rukula, then they come McKinney, then based on McKinney, you know. But nevertheless, despite all the education, the influence, and what have you, my father, to date, is one of the most humblest people that I know on earth, you know. Be flashy. Of course, he dressed nice, but be so materialistic. He also be get now one story, now one flat. My father was just an altruist. He been give more than what he been make. As a matter of fact, he pay school fee, not in brother Alpha Salabi, where he die. He take even in brother picking him. Fix them kind of we use. It meant we all are the same. There was no difference between Pekin and nephew. We school open, we all go shopping, we pray they come, we all go to mosque, we all go to stadium. If they buy all man, we all in the sofa, we close them. The neighborhood, he was just a giver. Inside go na tongue, ojale, ojale, ojale. That was my father, a very humble man. We not see no pride in him, And my mama, who was the daughter of a sitting president, His Excellency Dr. Siakia Probin Stevens. Aeon, not for talk. And what could be do? She was the chief radiographer na X-ray department na Connaught. Mama, you don't work all day. Don't X-ray people the way them bones jump broke. Salo accidents. They can't host 12 nets. Then they call them back, say, Mami Aja, other accidents won't come back. You don't left, go back na Connaught. Thinking people are not get money for dentist, for X-ray. Mama, they pay them bills them, She's so popular. The time when the war happened at Salon, my mama take a mansion. It full up and ping with refugees them. They want they feed the all every single day. So this is the family I come from, and I just I take from there. Why I be small, even though I come on a big man family, I not be kind of taken to me so-called contemporaries. Like for say, but Minister Pekin, they hang out with Minister Pekin. No, I was always found in Brookfields as a small boy. And then when poor people them, I go thief rest now, struggle for them, carry money go. Me parents and they send SSD there for go fend me inside Brookfields. But then they say, they fend you and they go hide that pan body. You see? So now so me grow up, well they come, and then they go London, like when I be picking them. And then they go China, and they go Mambolo. I they go McKinney. You see, I go Kabasa. Now then I love McKinney, I love Kabasa and Mambolo. For she don't under the coffee tree, I mean under the palm tree. You read they fall them. Now morning time, when they give the alarm clock. Kokorioko, this Naomi Lek. That's how I grow up. You see? And I thank God. So that's just it for me. I mean nature. Then again, added to that, one more thing, added to that, I come into the religion now, Religion also add another part into me into humility. Because a proud person can never see the face of God, So that's it for me, Thank you very much.
Before I go to the next question, you talk about religion.
Mm-hmm.
How you family, what's in your family background in terms of religion? You been get both Islam and Christianity, or you were raised as Islam and then later on you convert. How did that go?
Well, me mama.
No sound, sir. When they hear you, the sound. I don't know, you touched something where it go off. There you way. Yes, so there you now.
Okay,
Go ahead, sir.
thank you.
Yes.
So,
You're welcome.
me mama come on a Christian home,
Okay.
not a very devout Christian home, because una know now in Papa na the father of Sierra Leone. So una know in Papa somewhat, not to be a devout Christian. I'm always quick around leg because but he was known, yeah, but he was known to attend church, you know. You see, but she came from a quasi Christian home, and
Okay.
my papa in common a Muslim background, you know, and I grew up in a home where, well, when my mother married my father, a jettisoned your own religion and take on my father in your own, you see, and it go to the point of you go Mecca or it turn Hajjah. Uh, so we grew up in a home where there was no prayers. My father never prayed 5 times a day when he felt like it, you know. But when Ramadan came, we observed it faithfully. All man house for fast, you know, it was the high time. We go fast and cook boku. We go nafila na barracks, or the first barracks, because we tap na hill station, you know, and it was a holy time. We had that experience. But after Ramadan, for us, no. But my papa been to go pray Juma every Friday as well, you know, and I be Al Haji. My papa also, because of in love for Islam, in religion, he carried me and my brother Ajibu, we go Makkah, we go make Hajj.
Okay.
You know, um, uh, and then, so I grew up in a home where we not be so they practice religion, you know. I not be so attuned to God. Um, so, I not be really, really religious, you know. But
Okay.
when my mama and papa then divorce, your mama go back to religion, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. But we thank God for Sierra schools, then way they attend them, then go always, we had prayers there and things like that. So they expose picking them to God, you know. So that was it for
Yeah.
me. Yeah. Yeah. As far as
Okay.
as far as home concerned, that was it for me. Yeah.
Okay. So what I understand with what you say,
Hmm.
your mom in your background have been Christianity, but when he married to your daddy, he accepts Islam.
Correct.
And in all been the yes, practice
Yes.
Islam
Yes.
to the point where you daddy taking a all go Hajj. How old were you when in a go Hajj? You and your brother.
We went to Hajj in 19.
Mr. Tijanjalo, it seemed like you internets they act up again. Okay, I can take her out and bring her back. And I saw you in a patients with small internet issue. Pasheki, when you come in, please let me know. Try for send me a request. Seem like your phone failed. In the meantime, I'm going to entertain now.
It's Maxwell on the beat, baby. Fire, fire, fire on the mountain.
And I'll welcome the response in later.
Fire, fire, fire on the mountain. Run, run. Tell your body
I know say the internet act up away, eh? Welcome,
Yes,
sir.
yes, yes, yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome,
Yeah.
sir.
Hmm.
Thank you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. I know say you've been there in the process of making statements where we get disconnected. Go ahead, sir.
Um, if you don't mind for remind me again your question.
Oh, okay. I think we talk about wearing. I asked you. You be asked. I asked you say how old were you and your brother were in
Right,
a.
right, right. So go Hajj. Yeah.
Yes,
So we
yes.
went to Hajj in the year 1978. And so at that time I was 7 years old, you know?
Okay,
Yes, but
okay,
it was very I still get vivid imaginations, memories of it, you know? Vivid
okay.
memories of it. As a matter of fact, I'd be faint at the Kaaba.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And later on in life, I don't grow up now, I study Boku things then. And then a very common thing for like people in faint at the Kaaba. By the sheer magnificence of people that we see, the uniform
Yeah,
movement as well of the Tawaf, the whites,
yes,
the amazement, it cause people for faint, And I also
absolutely.
remember the taste of Zamzam when we go to the well of Zamzam and drink that water there. I still get the taste in my mouth.
Wonderful.
So technically, I'm also an Alhaji.
Yes, absolutely. So what did make you do that transition wherein you
Mhm.
changed religion from Islam to Christianity?
Well, this is a question that over time I've been asked many a times because people in the wonder say how you know, go to Christianity. I have many friends from Islam, many sheikhs.
I think we did get some internet issue again with Pasheki. Yeah, sorry. Give me your number, I'm your number. Hey. You give me feeling that I never feel. Oh. I show you something that you never see. You are the pretty girl when me ever know. When me ever know. Girl, your lips on my lips, so. I put my hands on your hips, so. I make you dance to calypso. Ooh, calypso. Baby, how you find so? Girl, I wanna make you mine, oh. Give me your love and give you mine, oh. Every day you love me, mine, oh. Oh. Second, second, baby, second, 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 baby, second, 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 baby, second, 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 baby, second. Sheki, please let me know when you come in. Mr. Pato Pato. Now I'm going to guess so. Welcome, sir. You give me feeling that I never had. You show me loving that I never see. The pretty girl when me ever, never, never, no, no. Baby, how you find so? Girl, I wanna make you mine up. Give me your love and give you mine up. Every day you love me mine up. Oh. Second, second, baby, second, second, internet, the act of phone.
Yes, 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 yes.
Welcome back, sir.
Since yesterday. Thank you very much.
I
So,
know.
as I've been say,
Yeah.
um, uh, that question day, me that be possible way. I study Islam from Medina Al Munawara University in Medina with the sheikhs them from Bin Baz, Uthaymeen, and I began the order of the Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. And I would have one send go salon for go teach the proper Islam, because to this day many Africans are ignorant of the pure and true Islam. I go to the level of Imam. Here in Maryland, I was well respected. So Salon, Jama'ah, they may try to talk to me for go lead the Jama'ah, But my answer to that question is, in the Hadith book of Sahih Muslim and Ibn Majah and an Nasai, a Sahaba, a companion of Rasulullah Sallam, he records say, he read the messenger of Allah alayhi salam say, there is a person where for the majority of your life, he go waka like the people of Jannah, of paradise. He go live a life like the people of paradise until he or she is 1 cubit away. 1 cubit away from the Jannah. Then he begin to live like people of Jahannam, like the hellfire. And then he end up inside the hellfire. And then there's another person where he will live in one life like a person of Jahannam, of the fire. He will live like a wicked person until he is 1 cubic foot away from the fire. They begin live like people of Jannah, and he end up beside Jannah. Further than that, another hadith again for answer a question. Adam alayhi salam and Ibrahim alayhi salam, they may argue. Abraham say, you Adam, you were in the garden. You will talk to God face to face. How you mess things up so for we, Did they come across clear?
Yes, I hear you, sir.
Yes. So then everybody's talk here. So Adam and Ibrahim say you big opportunity, how you do so. Now Adam ask him, he say, Ibrahim, what is the first thing Allah creates? Now Ibrahim say that the pen, now he creates. He said, what he tell the pen? He said, tell the pen, make it write down everything will go happen at the world from beginning to ending. So the pen writes all things down in a book called Allah Mahfuz. Now he asked Ibrahim, say, where the pen be write? Did the pen write that I was seen in the garden, me and Hawa? Now Ibrahim say, yes, the pen writes that. Now I say, well, I do what in God say I go do. So this is my response to that question there. How I go from Islam to Christianity.
Okay. So you believe saying that the will of God make you take from Islam to Christianity, right?
Completely, yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. We talk about the weakness or the lesson you learned from the late president, His Excellency President Sheka Stephen. What happened to be your grandpa? If I can put them categorically as per your statement, one, you believe that your grandpa been trust too much. Trusting was one of his weakness. Secondly, you believe that he the years where he served in
Mm-hmm.
the capacity of the head of state,
Mm-hmm.
which was 27 years, was too
Mm-hmm.
long.
Yeah.
So I want to revisit back those thoughts. How not be able to finish what do you mean by, like, in terms of the trust? We say trust too much. Now we'll start with that first.
Well, my grandpa na be somebody we if you believe in the ability of people for do the right thing. If they treat people with respect, you know, if they give people A until they mess up. And they mess up in a full panam. Then down the line, because of in lengthy time in office, you merge old age and governance. You know, this is why we complain in Africa say we don't want to leaders them for stay in office for very long, especially where they don't be for old. You know, because by virtue of the oldness in office, he make wrong decisions, them wrong calls, things them pass in Yahweh you not see, and blame for Don Panam. Not to say that he didn't do some things them that were bad, you know. So now that's not I mean. The
Okay.
power give some people and post them where they do some dastardly things them. We follow up on them.
Okay. So if you get the chance, or if you been there at that time there and be given the opportunity for serve as a head of state, one thing where you not for been undo in for promote democracy was not to stay that long with the years then what you serve, 27 years, correct?
Exactly, exactly, exactly.
Wonderful,
That's one
wonderful.
thing. Yeah. Yeah.
So for the viewers then will not been joined we on we last show, I mean, ask you say the statement one make that many go say that they don't tired or they don't fed up with aspirants during the time of campaign and we use the word as Mina the next Moses. There's a lot of false promises. There's words that way can be used for win the hearts of Sierra Leoneans. And then when it comes to the reality, they're not can live up to expectation. So what I be ask you was that so waiting who's guarantee what you want give Sierra Leoneans, or what are the qualities where you possess for the one they will not see that show day, where you feel say you will be a blessing to Mama Salon, and not only by your words, but that's whatever you promise to Sierra Leonean, you go follow through and bring about a better Mama Salon.
Thank you for that question, Khadija. First and foremost, I want Sierra Leoneans therefore know for say, I not come by this desire um, by myself on my own. I be sit on they mind me business. They take care of me home. They live me peaceful life. Then I'm in church. I get me work on profession. I know one day desire or aspire presidency. I know power conscious. Me a simple man, you know. But now God, now him call me. He say, I want you for go na salon and go free people then. As I said previously in the former show, God has always been sending people on earth as a form of his mercy, as a form of a rahmah, a mercy to mankind. He go send the prophets them, he go send messenger them, he go send people them. That's so, you see. He sent Moses for go na Pharaoh to Pharaoh yanda na Egypt. And really, I don't know why it make me. He chose me. Um, I get some pastors, the way they call me, say to me that you have the lineage of presidency. And I saw it woke. Don't feel surprised that God called you. Today I was talking to a sister in London, woman of God, Sarah Han Williams. And I better tell her, say, my life now, it don't become sort of troublesome. It don't become sort of, you know, it don't become sort of a, you know, shaky. Because formerly I was a normal person. They got me work academy, just do normal things, you know. But now, by my calling, I dey upset some people then. Some people they jealous me now. They send Yuba from Salon, can America, but can't harm me now so. But the power of God inside me make a defeat Yuba. I just followed a step, I go hospital, then put cast on my foot for a couple of days, and I was good to go. True story, we boku witness now so. Boku witness the Yuba, we attack me. You see, many don't understand what this is about. If you say where you want for go be president, na enjoyment. But believe you me, I don't see the enjoyment. From here to there, I don't see them. Now the one we want for go without care for we people learn. Now you don't go enjoy because you don't get one problem. Anybody where they work with Satan, you don't get one problem. But when you decide for do righteousness, you will be attacked. So really, but God has sustained me. I know they sleep so much. People they call me left and right from salon, either the big, this, that. The money to go everywhere. You know, when you want to get there, just to go to people them, you know. I am on your show, you know, because of that and other things them. There are times where I had fear for my life. You know, there are times where the fear for my life. Genuinely, you know, we go say God not give you a spirit of fear, but you know, but all man get fear in them, but it's a healthy dose of fear. But you don't go allow the fear for paralyze you from doing what you have to do. But yes, you need to have a healthy dose of fear, but be aware. You see, people that attack me, they don't even know me because of my name, you know. So I don't need all that. I never needed that for waiting, you know, for State House, please, you know. But God don't call me for go. I always love people then. And as if I say, my life now, and I know I for cry. I'm not my life don't turn like a sacrificial life. You see, because the heart what I get to my people and the mind what I get, the thing that I know for talk. If you talk on this world here, so because the one that will come before me, we work at the road, the roadways go set it for me. Then they work at it. But two of them they were killed, they were assassinated. Malcolm X, Dr. King, Marcus Garvey, Sankara, Lumumba, you know, Bob Marley. Those likes they were attacked. They were maligned. You see, this was their life for doing good, for doing right to man. Jesus, Muhammad, you know. So, you know, what he may go say to Salon people them. The greatest organ that God has given us is your brain. Besides this Holy Spirit way Christians can talk about. But the brain. Use your brain because what has been said, like Khadija, you just say, others have said to me, Moses, they don't call themselves this counterfeit that. They don't talk Boku. There's nothing new to be said, you know, during campaign time. Use your brain. If you know God, pray to your God. Papa God, you guide me to the right person. If I'm wrong, that's your fault. you know. But use your brain, listen to people, them, watch them background of what they have been doing. Usai them come more. One thing what I would advise a lot of people, because now what we're talking about is that, and they say, what have you done for Sierra Leone? Okay? Now, by virtue of what you don't do, then I vote for you. Now, I don't do much before I can say for flag bearers for presidency. I don't do much, you know. But my caution to the voters is this. I've had several calls from people in businessmen in Gambia, Nigeria, India, one from Australia, and the one from Russia. These are multi-millionaires. These are oil moguls where they know about salon, waiting you no know. And they offer for finance me campaign inside salon. Take me to State House. Then I go endorse for them various deals there for coming salon and siphon off with goods them to our detriment. I complain to certain people them, or I try for seek their advice, which I didn't need. I knew what I was going to do. No. But some the advice me say, go ahead. Take the deal. Sign the paper, better give the 10 million. You know? And then when you go to office, you turn for them. I say, no, I know what do am. You're not godly. You know, not righteous. And so, Khadija, much has been said. And when I use una brain them, that's it. When I use una brain them, I pray God guide una to the right person. Me end of the day, I go eat, me rest, the picking and go eat, me rest go eat. We don't need to go State House for long we eat. As I say, going to State House for me, I they put my life on the line and putting my head on the chopping block. Because the former presidents, they haven't been pleading the cause of Sierra Leone or Africa. They have been playing pussyfooting. Yeah.
The other question I've been asking you when we last met was Sierra Leoneans go curious if you fully understand the challenges them or the responsibility we attach with becoming if it's destined by God, becoming the next president of the Republic of Sierra Leone. And secondly, how you were able to handle calamity when it come like stuff, example like Mother Nature, like the flooding, example of like the Ebola, if you were in that position, like what did they say, elephant aid, not a picking load. Waiting for being be you on take on them unfortunate things than the way happen at we country, would you have done anything differently from the previous president or the current presidents in
Well,
terms of your respond or
well, now this is how they say you get the good shepherd and you get the hireling. The good shepherd na income for make sure say they sheep they had and they eat well, their body well, all thing well. The hireling in a paycheck number account for. You know, it's not really concerned. Just like where you get nurses them. They work in the medical field, they're in a hospital, nursing home. You get some nurse way to them. This job is a passion. It care about the patients them, the clients them. It care about them. You go comb their hair, put them lipstick, make sure they smell fine. You go clean them. You go make sure and take their medicine. It care about them. You go even stay late small for make you do something for them nice. You go come on your off day self can't check, you know. But then you have some nurses or doctors them where the Hammurabi oath nominating to them. This is a paycheck situation. Their hearts not ready. Number one thing about the president, a leader, not to say president, president is the title. A leader is this. A leader way now God sent leader. He care about the picking them. I say father of a nation, eh? He care about a country people them. Their safety can number one to them, to them. Their safety above all else. And they eat one. then safety, and then belly, then brain. Safety includes health and all that. Then they have to eat. Let them be strong. But they can think properly. You know? So me as president, if there would have been no one living in those areas. Any area that is disaster prone, na saloon. I go have the surveyors then come from wherever, any area they determine to be disaster prone, the people there will be evacuated and not evacuated and left homeless. But we go prepare emergency shelters for them until we build suitable housing for them. Wherever we go try for depopulate the area. Salon still vast. There are many other areas. But we will evacuate people then from every disaster-prone area. That's the law. Because, my dear, because the thing is this. They always say prevention is better than cure. If I see that I not do it now, then what's happening now, the mudslide, the blame comes on me. I'm responsible for those lives that died. The blood is on my hands as president. Thank you very much.
Welcome, sir. So many go say that calamity or Mother Nature na something where they beyond we own control. It's necessary for prevent, for take the necessary step for prevent certain things from not happening. Like in the case of the example, then where you give, say you want to make sure, say that you send surveyor, and if it's not a place suitable for them, you try for provide an emergency housing until they get permanent housing. Well stated. But in a case wherein, let's say, go back to the Ebola, wherein the president or any other president not gonna be in wish. Nothing way na I call them situation beyond your control. And then another example would be the flooding, where Mother Nature come, water come, wherein we can't, I call them well equipped for able for during the water and the way they cause a lot of disaster at the end of the day. So I want to go to that picture wherein that you've done all you can to prevent these things, but unfortunately it still happened. In that case, what do you go do? What are the steps that we go do now? Because now it don't happen, and you don't happen to be the president of the Republic of Sierra Leone. How you go able handle them?
Now, this now the talk say, as president, or because God give me this calling, so are they offend Boku people now because of me office, me calling? I have to say some things. Then the truth. I can talk things. Them not exactly lie in the past, but I did not on the world platform now. In the case of Ebola, Saloon, Khadija, Ebola no just appear na Saloon as they say through monkey them or whatever the case. Ebola na a disease that was brought to Sierra Leone. Okay, as we see in our world today, Africa is like the dumpster for developed nations. Africa is the cesspit, the garbage dump for developed nations. But they don't publicize the thing like so. Many a times the people in the country not even know what is being dumped on their soil. Laboratories are being operated in Africa because they no say in the advent that things go wrong, no say that people then go suffer, or they don't want the blame now their own government, whoever they head the government today. If we go look at, for instance, Kenya gets a slum I think they get the biggest slum garbage in entire Africa. This is where then they can dump all their cell phones them around the world. We dump well, and then they emit certain things into the atmosphere. Then they dump tires that cannot be used in other countries. They fly them there by boat or by whatever, and then they dump them there. And all these things, and it creates what you would call the greenhouse gas effect, the problem, and it is spew contaminants in the air. People in the breathe that thing there, so forth and so on. As president of Sierra Leone, with my love for the people and my fear for God, you cannot pay me or pay my government any amount of money for using my country as a test ground for any kind of chemical agent, anything will go be a quagmire to the health, safety, and well-being of the people. They be. You cannot bribe me for use my soil for that. We dump nothing now water on our ground, on our air. Go be. You see, and in the case that it happens, I believe say every country for have a national response system. We see in the first world, they have a system. In America, for instance, we then get FEMA, which is the Federal Emergency Management Agency. In the event of natural catastrophe, earthquake or flooding, some uncontrollable event, FEMA is dispatched, for bring relief come to the victims then. You see, so in the case of Sierra Leone, where you care about your people, we're talking about safety and health and safety and well-being. Before you think about you unbuild bridge, you unbuild airports, go my mind, this, that. These emergency management agencies must be in place first. In the case anything happen to you picking, you want to make you picking to get quick access to medical service system. In the case of any of them here, so you want to get rescue services. How can you say you go build a port, you go build a bridge, but the lives of the people are endangered in case something happen, which it just might? Then you have taken millions and billions and send them over yonder and neglect the people in Ayasu, their safety. As with the city today, the flooding in Sierra Leone, many are dying, homes are being wrecked, so forth and so on. You see? So as president, the safety, a concern of the people and their well-being can number one first to me. I go make sure say they live in society, they can be rest assured that there are services to protect them and to bring them relief and rescue in any case of emergency.
Okay, so you make some critical comments them or statements them where it will finally we make clarity to those statements, which is you from waiting at the gate, and if I'm wrong, please correct me. Is that your understanding is that the Ebola was not it was a man-made disease, or it was brought to the Republic of Sierra Leone, if you say it come based on, from your knowledge, what I get was somebody sick, we get at Guinea, go visiting a family member or somebody die, we in the village, and then from there now, they're not being say they suffer from Ebola, where they was and now it become a spread. But other people then get different ideas. So I want to get them clear to the audience them, because within you they says that you not believe say that was the case. So I want you educate us on that a little bit further before I go to the next question, sir.
Well, my dear, there's a thing called wisdom. You go get wisdom and knowledge are two different things then. Everywhere you have information, you have to have wisdom. You when to use it, when not to use it, how to use it. This Ebola, it created disease. It was created in a lab. And Salon was the first place where they don't put labs there for test them, you know. Salon they get lab. Ebola lab this Salon. You know. Not to say that any monkey get disease, because many theories say, hey, all man get their own conspiracy theories them. Now monkey, pussy eats monkey and they commodities. No, they had a lab. I cannot name the location, but Salon had a secret Ebola lab where they were more than Ebola. Like how you have the CDC and whatever else, you know. As I say, Africa is being used. Most of the gentleness where they see we leaders in the get, my dear, not to per se they come off from the national budget too. Now, by the bribe when they bribe them for make them face the lab, them pharmaceutical companies, then they want bring labs, then come to your country. They want come get you fish. They want come dump this year. This is where African leaders get most of their money, even in Salon. You see, so we had a lab upline for the longest time, operated by European scientists. Them, and from that lab, the Ebola spew out. This is not anything new in the world. We see it everywhere. People that will get oil companies in poor countries, then they don't use the chemical waste or whatever, and they put out the water. Water go make poor people there because they drink the water, they get pump. They get for use the river. You see? So this is how our leaders, this is how they don't care about we. So Ebola,
So,
you know, kind of the air, my dear.
so from what you believe is that the then government's been gets paid for not they allowed them the how you call them the Westerners for coming and use the lab and do further testing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. At
Exactly.
least we get clarity now. Thank you so
Yes.
much. If you were to become the next president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, and as you can see on various social media platforms, you can get a lot of complaint about this way constitution. If you were to amend the current constitution, what thing you go like for omit or add, or if it's nothing to be amended, why not? Why is that?
Well, well, you know, Khadija, you see, constitution, one has to have a living constitution. Okay, you know they make law in 19 Jubilee, and you want that law to for stand all the way to 2019 and so or further. Times change, things change, you know. So the constitution must be a living one, a living, breathing one that grows. The one thing about, again, African mentality is this. Some of we still get the slave mentality, the colonial mentality, that waiting the hand down to we. That's the absolute. We cannot change it. Africa has, Salon basically hasn't made any serious laws for itself. You know? Now, the one that when they pass down to we, now they live on 30 days. Who says they are good? Now, I'll go an example about this justice system. Yeah, so look, America, for example. If you come broke inside my house, you get me TV go, my motor car go, my jewelry go, then they catch you, we go to court. Maybe they go either, they find you guilty, they might either send you to prison or give you probation, but they go fine you, that's for sure. But when they fine you, the money where they pay the court, the state, it go to the state. Me now where you thief, me TV don't go, me car don't go, me jewelry don't go, I know they get money. You see, who's going to police? They arrest you, you pay bail. You don't beat me, wound me. You go, you pay bill. When you pay the bill, and then roll the money back again. Me now, I need money for magazine. You know, they're not all the money all for bill. So, you know, we have to look at the laws. There's serious problem. We give us Sidom, let we make justice. Now, Salone, that will begin somewhere. The small, tiny country of Salone needs some men, a few men and women who will Sidom say, let we be the bastion of civility, of justice for Africa. Goodness has always come from little places. Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea. He's not born in any big city. Muhammad alayhi salam, na inside a cave, na de yeri ikra, before he spread na the world. So Salone not to any place will say that the light don't come on a Salone. Oh yes, Constitution only will change a lot of things inside there. You know, many things there. For one, this to same business yaso, they should therefore do away with them. Totally do away with them. It don't make no sense at all to me, you know, no sense. But the laws then, Boku, that need to be changed, you know, Boku. We need to get laws that will fit to environments.
Okay.
Yeah.
Many go wonder what in life don't teach you as a whole, from a personal point of view, friendship point of view, family, to name some.
It's funny because my grandpa in book where he writes was tied to what life has taught me, you know. Very good book.
Cool.
Authored by Francis, my cousin. Well, Khadija, maybe one day myself go write a book. I have lived a stellar life. And when I say stellar life, I don't go through all things in life. God has really seen me go through a lot. He don't care me go through a lot. People then they mistake me. Not that I care so much for, you know, explain myself, but in this arena, make I go on a small biography about Sheki. Because on the first say he was born with a silver spoon, he was a recipient of APC government that liberalized and all the benefits by the chief, this, that, and the third. I don't sleep inside train. Yeah. I don't become homeless. Not so because I don't get homo or I don't get loved ones them. Homeless by choice. Because God turned me in. He said, I want to teach you something. So I go pick my phone, call me girlfriend at the time, me pick mama. Where are you? Oh, I'm in New York. How are you? I'm okay. You sure? Yeah, I'm fine. But I was staying in the shelter. At the was, at the very fine clean clothes, you know. At the eat in a shelter, soup kitchen. I lived that life. Then when God transitioned me back to wearing Armani suits and Ferragamo shoes, I entered the same train them while I'm in a sleepy side. And one night, as I entered the train, and the last part of the car, there was a homeless person sitting there, and all man be there before so. But I know I can't the train so quick, I don't realize I see them. Then I understand, I see for say, all man up yonder, this homeless guy there across from me. When you look I be then kind of like chronic homeless people them. We in here all, then I hate so matted up, in beer matted up. Wear about 5 coats, about 4 trousers, 4 boots and foot, get baggage, the stench and odor, you know. Now I grab myself, move go upside small. As I sit down, then God said to me, I want style am, my spirit, my mind said to me, Sheki, how dare you? Excuse me. If not for the grace of God, that could be you. Now I felt so repentant. I felt so bad. I go back. Sabi Sidom. People in the watch me say, this guy, look away. Now I ask the homeless guy, I say, sir, I say, can I get you a hotel room? You know, can I get somewhere to stay? He say no. Now I'm gonna be wallet and get $100. He say no one time. Because the people that were chronically homeless, they don't want help. I try, I say no, you don't want nothing, you know. So what life has taught me, do good. That is what I so. Go meet your maker and get your reward. Put yourself down. Because the same God will raise you up, he can put you down. Be of service to mankind. You know, love your neighbor. Just be a light. You know, that Andy life don't teach me.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
If you were to name one major trial where you face in your entire life, what would that be? How you able to overcome and rise above this specific trial?
Well, major trial let me face is way I come out Salonka, America. Me papa we don't get news of the war coming. I left Salon in the year of 1990. But until me papa they be day up in the, you know, they get all the news them, then no say war in the camp Salon. So and they know me, I'll me be there. As a young man, I was not was I be wild, but me not be the regular kind big man picking. I did in a barracks, I did in a port, you know. I saw no more, but I mean, the sister I would join soldier as a picking, you know, and die, whatever the case may be, because they literally arrested me, kidnapped me from McKinney. I go hide when I get knowledge say they want to send me to America. I ran to McKinney, you know. My girlfriend, who's my wife today, lived in McKinney. My family home was there. My auntie, my binti Sakoba Jabi, lived in McKinney. I went to her house, you know. So they couldn't find me in Freetown. They sent word that McKinney who is here, you know. So I tell them, say, if I'm leaving Sierra Leone, my girlfriend must come with me. At the time, I was 17 years old, you know. So they managed to, you know, bamboozle me and get me in a car to Freetown and to the airport. And I had my friends. I had a party and my friends, my girlfriend, but you know, but get on the plane. When the plane left Lungi, I on the eye, you know, I cry. So we Boku they look at Musa Tumbo, they laugh and today, and I don't understand, but the other thing going on there. So anyway, coming to America was a great challenge for me because I didn't ask to come here. You know, it's like when in Poland slave then come to Africa, face the car with man country, didn't ask to come here. I left the home, an incubator where my mother was there, my father was there, my friends were there, you know, and I came here and literally no one cared for me. I had family members here, but they were busy working overtime in their own lifestyles, you know. As a matter of fact, from the airport, no one came to pick me up. You know,
Oh, wow.
yeah, my family member was supposed to be there, but he was busy doing his own thing, and so I had to catch a cab from Kennedy Airport to New Jersey, where he lived, and it was about I think a $30 trip, but the cab guy would charge me $200. You know, I paid him $200 from there, back in the day. So coming here, I was stressed out, depressed.
Yeah.
I had my own room, and so much stuff was going on, was fighting going on around me and stuff, and and I just out of sync. And before you know it, I was just had to start walking around the streets, seeing what's going on, and by reason of me being stressed out, I had to pick up a joint. I smoked me some weed. I smoked some weed back home in Sierra Leone, but over here it was different. Then I found myself acquainted with the gangsters.
Yeah.
Because no one cared. Everybody was doing their thing. And I'm with the gangsters, and before you know it, I'm out there hustling. And before you know it, I'm getting in trouble with the law. And I'm getting arrested. I'm going through these things, and my identity changed. And rather than them coming to my rescue, they were judging me. They were judging me and making fun of me. Not making fun, but judging me, castigating me. I went through my trials, but all the time looking back, hindsight is 2020. God was preparing me for today. And so my challenge was to figure out why am I going to this God? I'm an A student, why? And he revealed to me that he was processing me. I had anger about my father and stuff. I had to let that go. He took it out of me, did a surgery, and I came to Christ, and I became a better person. But my challenge was, being in the United States, and God helped me overcome that. My former life.
Salute you. I salute you.
Thank you.
So honest, so sincere about the entirety.
Thank you.
And every challenges, I believe, say we come now in life, it prepare we for be a better we.
Yes.
And it's always a blessing at the end of the tunnel. I salute you. I commend you for being so honest and, oh gosh, straightforward about the entirety. Thank you for sharing such a wonderful, inspirational story. Hopefully people then go learn from it, is that you never, despite all the challenges, them you still never give up. You rise above the challenge. So that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Many see you as an individual, way humble and open book. We're not afraid of or hesitate for showcase or share your day-to-day activity with the general public. At which point of your life where you learn not to care as to how others perceive you, or many go also say that you have found inner peace waiting or either help you forget to that place.
I give all the praise and glory and honor to God Almighty, because once again, it put me coming on your land, physically kind of African train me. As I said earlier, many times if you have people around you, if you have railings that lean on or hang over, it can be difficult to make you actually know God. In my case, when I was going through my roller coaster ride as a young man, I'd like to say no one cared, but I believe more say God restrained them from me. God gave them a restraining order. So I went through my Gethsemane. I went through my trenches alone. No uncle, no auntie, nobody. If I went to jail, I was in jail alone. No visits, no letters, no money order from nobody. I'd get a job in there mopping floors and get paid 25 cents a day. Nobody. No one. And I also knew that the behavior they had was to castigate you, to vilify you, not knowing that while you're hurting, you probably came from a torn up home and you're reacting. A lot of Africans don't see this. They send their kids back home to Africa. You're home fighting with your husband, dragging on the floor. The kids are there. You divorce. They think it has no effect on the kids. You leave your wife at home. She's crying every day. Baby's seeing this stuff. And you think it has no effect. No, it has an effect. You know? And they act out as teenagers or later on in life. But they look at you as though you're cursed, you're a wicked boy and all this stuff. So I had to turn myself away from them because these are not the kind of people I need in my life. I would see people who, for instance, I'm in jail and I've seen people who committed murders. They killed their mothers and their fathers. Every weekend they had visits. Somebody loved them. Somebody cared about their redemption. Somebody cared, you know. And so at a point of loneliness, this God who had showed up long ago, but I was too busy. No, not now, God, came into my life, you know. And, you know, I just learned that, you know, people really, if you focus on people, you know, they would literally ruin or run your life, you know. God is enough. He's sufficient. So I'm not the, you know, I mean, mortal man not show me for see. They're not so God. They don't show me and Jaran one. They don't show me for say they're evil. Mortal man don't show me say you cannot put your trust in them like you put your trust in God. I've seen miracles happen for me without no one there. You know, me, some if ambulance say, and can say, well, you will be small, they make some kind of medicine because you feel by the power, you get some kind of lights over you, people in Siam, then jealous you, and they won't block you. So if ambulance, won't block your destiny. But now you're not the light of the family, of the entire Stevens family, you know. Okay, whichever one it was, you know, it no matter. But God teach me, I learned through my trials in life. And later on, read them in the Bible that cursed is the man who trusteth in another man. Some trust in chariots, we trust in God. If you find one party that is well, that's one a good party to you. All I'm fine. And there's no guarantee that any will turn your enemy. Because Brutus nine kill Caesar. You see? So at the end of the day, man must cling to God. Not only God is faithful. Not only God is the lover of your soul, you know. And then man show me the skin. Me yon fambulem. And show me the kanda. Yes. Me pikin mama. Well, I get two pikin them. Well, I get two baby mothers them. Put an away there. The one tell me say, they be not possible. They pray. He pray. He say you na Joseph, because we know in the Bible and the Quran, Yusuf was sell into slavery, and the same family them we plot against him. Later on in life, they can't bow down to him. You know. So that the life teach me. You know.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So what family means to you and how you have also managed to forgive if there was any hurt within the family circle from what you just say. What family means to you? How have you managed to forgive those that may have maybe not intentionally hurt you, but
yeah.
Well,
here's the thing with animosity and holding on to grudges, grievances. In order to serve the holder of the grudge, the animosity, any good purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as I
Mm-hmm.
said before, as a young man growing up, I began anger towards my father. My father was, may God forgive me, he was an abuser, even a physically abused me, mama. Where if you market him with power business, he go beat him, he drag him down step. As children, we could be in the room sleeping, we hear furniture moving in their room. You see? We would hear furniture moving in their room. You see? And we had a very good life. But because of me papa and constant abuse of mama, me papa and me mama and papa vex and papa. And he decided to punish them. We he take away all the high post them. If it's am back that salon, he make a permanent secretary. Then divorce because I was used to sitting on the table with papa and mama to eat. Now then divorce, bitter divorce. Okay, sleep, then the third under. You know? So you know, it affects me seriously. Seriously, you know, and I grew up with that anger day. As a boy, I was acting. I didn't even know, but now they tell me God came to me. Now he revealed to me, say you have this thing inside of you, you know, which it control you don't even know. You don't even know about it, you know.
Yeah.
And there's some deep-seated pains we can have that we cannot let go of. We need the intervention of God. And God did that surgery. He removed that load day from me. And I felt so good. And I began to go for me, Papa. Take the picking and go to Ram, the kind of meals. We were buddies. It felt so good. And right after that, I died. So I cried. I cried at the graveside. Just when we get good, now you're gone, you know. So in that area they of and holding on to grudges and animosities, you're not healthy. For you, self where they hold the grudge, you're not healthy. You know,
So,
when God say like forgive people, them, you know what I mean? Say make you be merciful to them. Pull the hot commodity, let it go. I mean, let it go. So me, I know the whole grudges for too long. God has made me that way. I have to let it go. And I understand my own weakness as well as a mortal man. I'm not perfect. So who am I to hold people captive, you know, when I'm a sinner as well, you know? So, I mean, I just let things go.
so one thing I understand from what you say,
Yeah.
like what I'm gonna say, you're not mama's boy, you loved your mom so much.
Uh-huh.
And seeing her go through that,
Uh-huh.
psychologically, emotionally, it affects
Mm-hmm.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Where make you be hold on to them pain then they
Mm-hmm.
for a long time until
Mm-hmm.
God see you through
Mm-hmm.
where you will overcome.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes,
And
yes,
many
yes.
will also say when we dey look at your day-to-day activity,
Mm-hmm.
as a humble person,
Mm-hmm.
many go relate that to I guess the reason why you like the average maybe African man not go solely believe in domestic work,
Mm-hmm.
wherein most of your domestic work, you know, look and say na a woman thing part. I believe say if you don't make then live show then they where you take your woman to a romantic picnic in the
Mm-hmm.
park
Mm-hmm.
and all that. So the can we say that or assume say that because of your upbringing, when you know better, you do better, and you try for shy away from waiting in pain you as a child and try for become a better man. I want you to come in and shed some light on that.
Um, you know, I want to make it clear first, you know, me not to any kind of angel, you know, but I try for do my best. Um, you know, I just thank God. I not take any credit for anything. I just thank God. But and the arena of husband and wife, man and woman, we should have mutual respect for each other. You know, love, love, true love, not the whole person captive. True love, not they put person under your foot or under you. You know, true love, you want for person what you want for yourself. So, me wife, not to me boy, because we have true love. If you want span, myself they want span. There can never be any true love if I see them as inferior. You know, they add up, you know. And when you love me, that pussy way, I can always say, I don't miss no wives them. So man can say, I don't miss 4 wives if I marry this one. I don't miss no wives, you know. Because the one that I get before, God no plan for I married them. But I made some mistakes that if we could rewind the hands of time, I go make them again. I make them wait now so today. For I go meet them. But anyway, I made some mistakes back then. I know say I lost some good women because Nami always left them, you know. But I get to a point in my life where I say, you get for. I tell God, say, Papa God, I say, I know one for day and that. I want honor you in body. I want give me a wife. You know, I want to settle down for honor you. And tell her exactly what I want. The kind of I want as a game in details what I want. You know. And me wife, the one who I be left in a salon, who I be 16, 17, me sweetheart. I not see him till 2014. Now see him. Right after I make that prayer day, me and team Berry now go. The same until I go hide na Makini. Usai be cafe me. I go Ajamba Binti Sakuba Jabi. Na in Berry now go pa. Na they then say Sheki one man ask for you. He say need to go pass to see you. You know?
That's silly.
So me be run tired now with the repass. I be the feel so I be favorite auntie. I love her so much. So I go. But why I don't go now? I see those I be that the also tap. My mind say go back to the repass. You know, so I go back as I reach to and say, hey, one man ask for you now. I see they go pass to see you. One man ask for you. So you can now say, remember me? I say yes. You know? And now we go and do talk now big I say for many times I was lost to go through lots. You know, I say, dear, forgive me. And right there and then, you know, I say I forgive you. Now I say, if you know we feel any type of way, we'll leave you my wife. I say yes. You see?
Yeah.
So God has been good to me. He gave me the love of my life. And you know, I have to treat her. I mean, it's natural. I really love person. You know how to make it happen in life. You see? And you know, I don't have to tell me better than that. But I just me way down there. I don't feel any kind way less for cook the meals, for clean the floor. Because even in Islam, we study the life of Muhammad Salam. I'm about the clean meals. He did domestic duty. Aisha radiallahu anha said the prophet went in sus the sandal can cut. Now he made it take needle and get the patch am. You know. So if then can do who are we? You know. So that's what me think number about this love life here. So, you know.
Wonderful. Based on your daily activity, it is clear that you love food, as many can say, and also enjoy preparing your food. You like for prepare yourself. If you become the next president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, you will still continue for prepare your meal?
Well, Khadija, this is what I try to say, you know, that, you know, I like to be me. And
Yes.
coming into this role now, going for presidency, Boku, the time will tell me how to talk, where to go, what to do, or you therefore follow this pattern. Like there's an established pattern for a president. They want put me inside their own square, peg, what they don't make, you know. But
Yes.
I know can't serve me people them, then I'll lose my life because of that. They lose my own ways them because of that. I know can't work for now and employ me. Then I left for read books, I left for read. I'm doing my job. Let me live my life at least, you know. I know, I know if you say, and some people in the, I'm going to talk to me, Paddy, Consuwa, Bona, in England. They say one of the problems with Salon is that they take peasants get in power. I also agree with that because there's some peasants then get very good lifestyle and money they move them. But in some cases, the pull person way from humble beginning you get and post, it don't change now. Now English you want to talk. You know, I'm Mondo again, you want eat with spoon. If they even forgetting culture now, they want to take other culture. You see? Now, me no one judge them to each his own. But me, I want for remain me. I don't want that status day where they get president them, Brai, Bobodea. I don't even like for be mentioned in the titles them day, you know. I want for work on a street as Salon as president. I want go down na bay. I will keep a Facebook account as president where people can contact me. Not telling when I get back to you, but in my leisure time, I will go through the accounts. You see, it's just me. I know I lose that one day.
Wonderful.
If we look again, Khadija, at we prophet them, Jesus, we look at Muhammad, they did not lose their identity. There's a hadith where they say Umar ibn Khattab, that allow Anne, go friend the prophets, thy us. When you walk inside a room, he say, cry. Umar cry. Now the prophet say, why are you crying, Umar? He said, look at the Byzantine kings then, the king of Rome. They live in luxury, they get feather beds them. They sit on gold thrones. Say, yet the message of Allah, na palm bed with grass. He don't palm. Now he tell us, say, it no go better. That's how we go. We get more pleasure over there. You know, make you happy. You know, make you happy for know that. You know? It no change. It no go ahead. You see, so now no more me feel, you know.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So, what thing you learn from your brother, Mr. Ajibuti Janjalo, the former, and from His Excellency, the former president, and his vice Roma. If you were to name anything what you learned from him during your time.
Well, like I say that I thank God for my brother who I get Sajibu, my elder brother. You cannot have a better elder brother. You know? You cannot have a better elder brother. This man here, he humble, he loving. This man here, he caring. You cannot ask for a better brother. It puts a smile on my face, you know. As far as a role in the previous administration, I had a problem with it. And
so what you think is strength and weakness during the administration day?
And strength was that he kept aloof from corruption. From the corruption, he kept aloof from that. But it's hard to say he kept aloof from it when he was the mouthpiece of the government. You see, but he was paid a salary and he lived on a salary for what he was doing. You know, take any kind, which they call dirty money, and no, you know, do that, Andy. There were times where they talk on the phone, and I can say to them, you know, I'm proud of you because you come in the hall and they send I ask so money for buy a Cadillac Range Rover. He said, well, you know, me just don't have ministry to do that, you know. That's my brother. But it just what you know more we will talk about is that his job that he was loyal in, not agree with them. And people will call me here and say, Sheki, talk to your brother. That job they will get for talk for that and day. Your brother young and all life before him. We love Ajibo, we know him. But that job because that job the government spokesperson, you sell your soul. You sell your soul. You see, and I don't know why, but now he's repentant of it. We thank God. We separate the Ajibu the brother from the Ajibu in job. Yeah.
So from what you assess, there's more pro to experience than con. So thank God for that.
Yeah.
And what's he everyone's ask you also, make we talk about the political intimidation in current administration. Some folks will also say that some of the things being done now were also implemented during the time when your grandfather been there as the head of state. What could be your response? Because some of them, for no be fair, some people then they make that kind of arguments there.
Well, Khadija,
Mhm.
life on earth too short. Statistics show that every 3 minutes, one pikin they die. Mama they born in pikin we go die. Whilst giving birth, that's alone.
Yeah.
Based on these things, yeah, so people in the cell and body in beach, no condoms, HIV, the rise.
Yeah.
Based on the emergent nature of the country, the state of emergency of the country right now, they inside the ER room, the emergency room of a hospital. And as a doctor, me no get time for history classes then. I can see when they come, the one begin go play history games with me, historical. Even Michael Jordan, they don't forget about Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
I mean, I say, what in the benefit now for make you bring Pasheki name come up here when we should be using quality time, you and I figuring how to bring relief to people. What does it actually benefit us? For sure now, you begin to throw bullets here, throw rocks here, and so forth and so on. They bring any kind of benefit at all. So now we talk about here and now
Right.
and go forward. Yeah.
Yes.
I know I for just be sucked into that crowd there. That history crowd. We want to talk
Right.
about Joxie Smith them. We not see them, no. Yeah.
So how you say we're able to improve the political intimidation right now?
Well, the problem with APC number one is that the APC lacks a firm leadership. The APC lacks a firm leadership, and the SLPP has a very strong leadership. And the only way now for we go stand firm against the YSO, we need a strong leadership. We need a very strong leadership. It just start like where you go fight a battle, and your enemy where you get gun. You need to face Nefcam. You have to go find a gun and a bigger gun than the enemy. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Make we talk about basic commodity, inflation, bread and butter issue. If you don't elaborate that small, so how you go address this issue like currently now, and if you're given the opportunity for become the next president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, what thing you go do differently?
When I become the president of Sierra Leone, we suspend everything we don't make sense to we and focus on the bread and butter issues then. Bread and butter and health and safety of the people then. Period. No mama bridge, no nothing. We focus and invest in agriculture because our land is arable. There is no way we must be dependent on imports. We the focus or we heavily invest in agriculture. We have the manpower, the resource. These people like work, when them go apply and go work. Yes, Lord will build with country. We know how to be how can we be dependent? If we look at Ethiopia a long time ago, they were dependent because their land was just not arable. They had arid land. Then when they get drought over there, so they have to depend on the United Nations, UNESCO, World WHO to bring them relief. Not us. It not make sense. You know, that would import even rice. You know, so yes, me as president, the bread and butter issues come number one to me. Yes.
Wonderful. So you go prioritize that first before
Oh
anything else.
yes, before anything else.
Wonderful. So before
Yes.
we go today, I know I hold it longer. I
Mm-hmm.
want to we talk about the by-election. Many believe saying that a very critical time right now for the
Mm-hmm.
country, given the obvious fact of waiting happened, wherein the other by-election, a young man lost in life.
Mm-hmm.
So waiting a young take on that, the by-election, and what you the read so far. As you know, tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
Naina one for constituency 110.
Well, may expect Paupa for be Paupa, you know, and I expect APC for be APC. As I say, previously, the leadership of APC is weak, and that's why they have a mandate to capitalize on the weakness. That's why they want come dinner power for life. This is the mandate. And if we keep on underestimating them, we will keep finding out that we are fools. We have become fools. That's my take on any election we will look at now or in the future.
Thank you so much. We think your last words of advice to every Sierra Leonean before we call it quits, because you don't done well, and we will find another time for do further discussion.
I purposely come on this show today and wear this
Yes,
polo.
and I love the
This
word.
polo ya
We are.
so na yeah, we are one. This start from
Mhm.
my church, the International House of Prayer Ministries, located at 15812 Good Hope Road, Silver Spring, Maryland, where Raymond K. Manny is pastor, and Francis J. Matia is assistant pastor. This now we wear this summer for cookout.
Wow.
This now we motto now we church, we are one. And then the BNC, it says in the back that we are together. And the reason why I wear them is for send a message. Um, the reason why I wear them is to send a message to people now that we're faced with this division and fratricide in the country, which this government now don't bring calm, or if not bring a calm, then they capitalize on them for call we back again. Mende, Koranko, Limba, Timni, Suso, whatever you are, Kyo, Abeguna. I take God Beguna. I take God Beguna for Salon. It's all we have. Division no the help we. Tribalism no the help we. We are one. We are one. And we must be together. We can have differences of opinions, of ideas, but enough of Karibu perfect by enmity. And we will have one mind towards justice. Not say because this time a countryman, he allowed for thief. This now me candidates, he allowed for thief. One mind towards justice. I thank you very much. Thank you very much for this interview. And God bless you.
I mean, sir, and may God bless you too. I want to commend you for your sincerity. You're indeed an open book. I appreciate you, and I also they wish you nothing but the best of luck and everything good what you do wish for yourself.
Thank you
That
very
the
much.
Almighty see you through.
Thank you very
And
much.
God na get with destiny. And I believe say if God destiny for now you be the next head of the Republic of Sierra Leone, so
Yes.
shall it be. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Thank you very much.
God bless you. God continue to favor you and elevate
Amen.
you
Amen.
and protect you in everything where you wish for.
Amen.
Um, of the Critical Thinking Talk Show and the entire team,
Amen.
plenty thank you for your time and everything what you do today. I'm more than impressed
You're
in
welcome.
terms of your sincerity, and I hope that your words of inspiration, you how you call them, you challenges them where you face, where mold you to who that you be today. It don't serve as an inspiration of one young person where they watch today, where it will be a blessing to their life. I
Yes.
also want to tell the viewers then plenty thank you and also apologize for the very first guest where I've been situation beyond your own control, Mr. Samuel Wise, another wonderful part of Mama Salon. I did tell him plenty thank you for the time and hopefully we will link back up where we will get better internet from your end. Until next time, I did take this opportunity for telling her plenty thank you. Mr. Sheki, thank you again, sir.
Thank you very much. Take
You're
care.
welcome, sir.
Take
God
care.
bless you, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Viewers, once again, I'm telling you all plenty thank you. God bless Will. God bless the Republic of Sierra Leone. Now we remember Sierra Leone with prayer. Now we also remember that anything that this world na vanity. So as we they go out tomorrow for vote for we candidates them of everybody get them right under the as is set forth under the constitution. But now remember say it is not worth for hurt we self, for inflict pain, for rig the vote or whatever the case may be. So do ya now remember say if even we get the highest position at this world when at the presidency all na vanity. At the end of the day, we get for answer to the Almighty way make way. And I thank you. God bless you all and God bless the Republic of Sierra Leone. Thank you to all the guests again and the viewers. Until next time, this is not a Critical Thinking Talk Show with our host Khadija Tijan Nabi. Bye.